Yeah, what's up, man? This is Boxing Combo with my official prediction video on the Juan Manuel Lopez versus Steve Luevano fight. This fight will be, I believe, HBO next Saturday, and let me give you some info on both fighters before I move on. Juan Manuel Lopez, he's 5'7", 70-inch reach. He's from Caguas, Puerto Rico. He's 26-0, 24 knockouts. Former champ at 122, now moving up to fight Steve Luevano, a present champ now, the WBO champion. Steve Luevano's 35 wins, 1 loss, 15 KOs. He's from LA, California. He's 5'7". He's also southpaw like JUANMA. And Steve Luevano's 28 years old, reach 69-inch. So that's a little bit info on both fighters. I think I saw Steve Luevano once. Someone told me, was talking to me about he fought Mario Santiago I think it was a year ago, or I don't know if that was in the undercard of a Cotto pay-per-view fight or something like that. The thing is, I looked it up here on YouTube, and when I saw Mario Santiago versus Steve Luevano, I do remember that fight. I actually saw that fight. I think it was here at my home, or a friend of mine or something. Thing is, what I saw from that fight is Steve Luevano. I understand he's probably, should be a little bit stronger now, and has learned more since that fight. But in that fight, you can see Steve Luevano has kind of that slow-mo style. He's basic, but he's pretty accurate. He's basic, but it's like those basic things work for him, and he keeps it on that slow motion pace. But if he kind of lures you in, and and if you fall into his type of fighting, it kind of brings you into a trap to a certain point, and it just keeps you there. It keeps you. He got these good straights. He got some good jabs, and if you just fall into his rhythm, he can win. He can beat you. But the thing is, if you see that versus Mario Santiago fight, I think Mario Santiago is a very good fighter. I haven't seen him since that fight. Mario Santiago is a very good fighter, and that fight ended up being a tie. I think that's the only tie that this guy has, right? 1 loss, 15 KOs, 35 wins, 1 loss, 15 KOs, but he has a tie. He has a draw. Didn't put that in there, but he does have a draw with Mario Santiago, also from Puerto Rico. Looking at Mario Santiago, I don't think he's not as good as JUANMA. JUANMA is a lot better than Mario Santiago. He's faster, he's stronger, he has more power to the punch. The thing is, Juan Manuel Lopez is moving up to 126. I've never seen him fight at 126. I think he should be faster. I think he should be even stronger. He usually walks around a lot heavier. I think he walks around like at 150 sometimes. So he's a bulky dude to a certain point, and I do believe he's more of an action fighter. He hits hard. I think that's the problem with him sometimes. He just falls into trying to knock people out so much that he pretty much throws so many punches, and then he forgets it's a 12-round fight. And that's what happened with Matagua. He hit Matagua a couple times very hard. He saw that he probably wasn't going to be able to knock Matagua out, so he should have just boxed his way to a fight. If he would have just took it easy the first couple of rounds, boxed a little bit, hit him hard here and there, and then just go to the last couple of rounds and just box your way through the fight, because there's some fighters, some boxers, sometimes you just can't knock out. Matagua seems to be that type of a guy, or at least JUANMA could have knocked him out. So JUANMA did try to knock him out at certain points, but he should have just taken it easy at the beginning, because JUANMA has great boxing skills. It's just sometimes I guess he just gets too anxious. He kind of falls into the crowd and he wants to knock people out, and he's a real hyped up type fighter who wants to come in there. I mean, I don't mean hyped up like they're hyping him up, but I mean, he's like a very energetic type fighter. So if he would have taken it easy the first couple rounds, and then through the middle rounds kind of put on some more pressure, and then later rounds kind of laid off a little bit, but tried to win the rounds, he would have won an easy decision. But those last rounds, to me, it wasn't like he got hurt from a hit. He was getting hit at certain points, but it was obviously, to me, just exhausted. He was very tired, and he just threw too many punches in the beginning rounds. I think that he should have learned from that fight, and if he kind of comes into this fight with Luevano, I believe that JUANMA has the skills to win a 12-round fight if he takes it easy, depending how the fight goes. But at the same time, I think JUANMA can go inside there, and I think he can knock Luevano out. I think it's going to be a good fight. People might look at Luevano like he's kind of slow, he's kind of You know, Luevano just, that's his attitude. You know, he's a very cool dude. He's a very humble dude, and he takes it easy. He's not like a natural super athlete or anything like that. But with his boxing skills, he's been able to win a lot of fights. He's been able to become a champion. So what he does works for him, and if you fall into his rhythm, you know, he can win. He can defeat you. But I think JUANMA, man, he's just I think there's just too much riding on JUANMA. And even if it went to a decision, I don't think they would give it to Luevano. I think they would give it to JUANMA. Remember, Bob Arum is behind that. So if it were to go to decision, I understand that JUANMA shouldn't win that fight, just because, you know, he's going to be the favorite one, even though he's the one coming up. But there's more money on JUANMA's side, so money usually just decides the decisions. But my decision is because they're doing this whole real cool contest they're doing in 12th and final round. A lot of people participate, and it's more, you know, it doesn't really matter if you win or not. It's just to have fun, just to give predictions. You know how it is. So my prediction is, I think that JUANMA can knock him. I think JUANMA can knock Luevano out probably like in the 6th round. I really do. I think he can knock Luevano out in the 6th round probably, because he just, if JUANMA's gonna be looking for a knockout, it's gonna be early, you know. But if he lets it go past the 6th, I think if he starts, you know, having flashbacks of that Matagua fight, he's gonna be smart and not throw so many punches after the 6th round, and just take it to a decision. You know, he could box his way to a decision. He has better skills. He's faster. He's stronger. But like, again, I've never seen him at 126, but I understand if he was strong at 122, I think he could be stronger at 126. So my decision is that Juan Manuel Lopez will win by KO, and for the contest, just to say a round, I think he can win by the 6th round. That's my decision. That's my prediction. JUANMA knocks out Steve Luevano in the 6th round. So anyway, may the best man win. You know, I like Luevano. He seems to be a very cool cat. I've only seen Luevano once in that fight that I was talking about, that Mario Santiago fight. So, you know, my whole prediction is based on that one fight and all the fights that I've seen of JUANMA. And I've seen many fights of JUANMA, and what I can say is JUANMA is always improving and getting better. But sometimes, you know, he's had so many knockouts in his career that he forgets that fight might go on for 12 rounds, and you have to save up some gas in the tank, bro. So I hope, JUANMA, you do your thing, you know, and I hope Steve Luevano does the thing, and that's my prediction. And 12 final round, that's pretty cool what you guys are doing. And y'all know, man, I'll give you the Matagua versus Kambowa prediction tomorrow. I'm not gonna have enough time tonight. I'll give you that tomorrow, which will also be a very good fight, man.